Hi, I'm Michael Hafftka. I'm an artist. I've been working for 50 years in traditional and digital media, and I'm doing a lot of NFTs, and let's fucking go. I actually peddled my photographs on the street in front of the Museum of Modern Art and the Met. Eventually, I wound up in the Museum of Modern Art and the Met. I started when I was 16. $100 for a photograph on the street was great for a kid. And $100 was a lot of money back in those days. And I took checks, and I never got one bounce check. Peddling was an incredible experience. Being on the street, you met people all day, you talked about art all day, there were other artists. I was just very comfortable being myself with what I created, and that's an essential ingredient for artists. You have to go with what you do. I was making something that I believed in so much and so strongly and so passionately. I actually believed it was great for other people. It could heal the world. It could change people. And people reciprocated. You saw right away people fell in love with what you were doing, or some people were so opposed to what you were doing, it blew my mind. So right away I understood what I was doing was very powerful. So the next step naturally to make something work as your support system was just simply selling it. In the 1990s, I had no idea what a computer was. I started making digital art. I was using the first version of Photoshop, the first version of Painter, and there was an incredible community of software sharing, and I guess this was illegal software sharing. It was called Hotline. You know, you'd ask, could I get a version of Photoshop? And they'd say, what do you have to trade? And I'd say, well, I have a JPEG I made, and people would want it. So when I first heard about NFTs and the possibility of actually selling digital art, even though I'm a traditional artist, I show in galleries, I'm in museums, I just think of it as another medium. I don't know why there's so much resistance in the brick and mortar world towards NFT. Makes no sense whatsoever. A lot of young artists look at me like this old guy that succeeded at this traditional medium, and here I am doing NFTs, and I'm saying you should be doing it too. What's wrong with you? Get an iPad. We're not in Rembrandt's time. I'm not dissing Rembrandt. I adore Rembrandt. If he were alive today, he'd have an iPad. Web3 is the future. It's the end of galleries as we know it. One of my sons is a mathematician. He's got a PhD in math, and he often tells me, well, I could just input all of everything you've done into an algorithm, and it'll just infinitely paint your paintings. And I find this actually kind of fascinating because in a certain sense, that's how I've been working. And, so I think all of this is an opportunity for more creative artistic expression. I don't see it as a threat at all.
That's
yeah. I mean, that's just another thing. Everybody sees everything as a threat. You could be scared to walk on the street at night. You got to go for it in life. You've got to really experience things. There is no stopping technology. And look, people see AI and AI and art as a threat. The threat is the government and AI and robots that'll kill you. The threat has nothing to do with my painting or anybody else's paintings. You gotta really worry about the military-industrial complex using AI, just like they use drones. If artists use drones, it's cool, but now drones are killing people. So technology is actually completely neutral.